Hey, hey. All right, Pisces. Let's go ahead and take a little peek at this, Pisces. We are going to see what is like emerging. We have got self acceptance, card 3. I believe Virgo got this as well. So it feels like Pisces is reaching a point in their life where they like themselves, they know what their worth is. They have fully embraced their style. They're comfortable in their own skin, their body. They're comfortable with what they believe in. They are not challenged by, what anyone else's standards are. Look at this 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Pisces is definitely, I love both of her outfits. I would wear both of these in a flash, let me tell you. We've got this gorgeous floral print skirt and halter top. I love tangerine, especially with that gorgeous scoop neck and the gold collar. Amazing. But in both cases, what we see is somebody who's like really connected to their personal value and connected to their guide. Now, in this case, somebody's guide could be a parrot, a macaw, could be like a more tropical, vibrantly colored bird. That could be, something that our character just really feels like they get messages through nature and particularly through like vibrantly colored types of. I feel like our character is vibrantly colored. So I would it would make sense to me that their spirit animal could be, something vibrantly colored, or their guide could be, yeah, vibrantly colored animal. We've got the Temperance card and we've got the 9 of Wands. I do feel like this is a single person storyline right now. Like this is for a Pisces that is totally single and has pieced themselves back together after something pretty devastating, and they have totally repaired themselves and they are very whole and they're very peaceful. And I think sometimes what happens is when we've been through something, it's it's almost like we take on the role, like it's kind of our cosmic obligation now to help others, to turn around and give somebody a hand when they're now where we once were. Anybody who's ever, like, let's say you've gotten lost in a big city before, and oh God, don't hop on the 405 right at whatever Stevens Road, because it's a one way and you're going to go across the river and then it'll take you 45 minutes to try to get back to the other side. Avoid that, you know because I've been there, done that. Like, that's the insider tip that reminds somebody or tells a newbie, a newcomer to a city, like, here's what I'm just take it from somebody who knows, learn from my mistakes. Don't accidentally get off at the Stevens Road exit off the 405. It will loop you way the heck across the other side of the river, and that's not where you're trying to get to. That's the kind of like support that we offer to each other once we have a little bit of knowledge, right? And we'd offer that to any stranger because we don't want them to get stuck like we did once upon a time. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like, I think Pisces is so empowered right now. They've reached this point of personal empowerment. They really have something to offer. It's not like they're out looking for who can I help fix or who can I save. But let's say this is a great time for Pisces to write a little, pamphlet on some things I now know to avoid in life, or the fastest way to gain self-acceptance, or whatever it may be. It just feels like, I think Pisces is well versed in something in their own life, and now they're going to meet somebody who's in a 9 of Wands energy, which is a wounded warrior, somebody who they've been working on themselves, they've been putting in the effort. It's not like, let me find a protege who knows nothing and then I can teach them all that I know. This is somebody who's already at the 9 of Wands. But if they're going to get to that 10, if they're really going to lay down some burdens and then get to the big old castle, meeting Pisces right about now could be perfect. Just that little bit of support, just a little bit of a nudge could really help this person. We have got this Action of Wands and we've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, here's the one thing. You know how competency is always attractive, right? Anytime we see somebody doing something that they're talented at, immediately they're sexy. They could be somebody who's awkward and shy and all of that, but then you see them like step up on stage and pick up an instrument and they play an instrument really well. And like everybody's like, oh my God, that person is so attractive. And it is because when we have our confidence in something, it automatically comes across as like, wow, that person's really attractive. That comfort zone in oneself, the lack of self-doubt, all that makes Pisces really, really, really attractive. Plus, they're really beautiful, right? So don't be surprised, Pisces, if the person that Pisces encounters falls for them. Because this says there's big passion. This person could be, and I'm not saying it's a transference where it's like, I'm wounded, therefore anybody who's kind of nice to me now, I'll attach to and I'll become really attracted to. No, it's definitely going to be Pisces that they're attracted to. But it does say that either that could be part of, if Pisces is going to cross paths with somebody or already has crossed paths with someone who still is wounded, it will make sense that this person is very attracted to Pisces because of Pisces accomplishments. But also Pisces represents like the future of who they can also become when they're more healed. And Pisces also represents a sense of peace and the hope for a new chapter for themselves. This doesn't mean that they're not authentically just attracted to Pisces because Pisces is super attractive, or that they don't love Pisces. But it's just remember that somebody is only part of the way capable of giving equally to Pisces because they're at the disadvantage. This would be like saying, we cannot expect somebody who is still in a big, huge boot cast because they broke an ankle. They can hobble around beside us, but we can't expect them to go hiking with us. They can probably, be on their crutches or on their knee scooter, or maybe even bear a little bit of weight if they've got their cast on properly, but we can't expect them to be able to do all the same stuff with us. They might want to spend an afternoon with us, but we're going to operate on their limitations. So to me, this is exactly that. They really do adore Pisces for all the right reasons, but there's also going to be a limit as to how much they can give Pisces. They're not a king or a queen like Pisces is. And this is the Mastery of Cups. This has a queen on it, but it's actually a King of Cups. And it did come out sideways. So that's Pisces. They can't give equally to Pisces at the king or queen level because they're not. They're still down here on a minor arcana journey of 9 of Wands in it. I'm still wounded, but wow, I really like what I see in Pisces. And wow, I'd really love to be more connected to Pisces. And I'd really love to match better with Pisces. And oh, can I do that? Oh, they're so attractive. Sure. Of course they're attractive. Okay, Pisces is really, really, really hot too. Pisces does not know this about themselves. Pisces has their own unique style. There is something about them. It is, again, I don't care what Pisces thinks they look like. We all are so self-depreciating, right? Pisces level of confidence makes them off the charts attractive. Pisces might be like, no, I'm like a 3. First off, not even true. And we should not be ranking ourselves on our looks, period. But I have to still say Pisces is dazzling. They may have unique features. They may have something about them, but the most unique thing is the way they radiate their energy and their power. And that is so sexy. That is so beautiful. It's, I always think that attractiveness is what we are. Like that's, to me, that's what determines whether or not we're attractive. You can say somebody is aesthetically, beautiful, but that still doesn't make them attractive. Those are two totally different things in my book. Just because somebody is attractive or is aesthetically beautiful does not mean that they're actually an attractive person. Pisces is attractive. Now, they may also be aesthetically beautiful, but more than anything, what we see is this person is going to be very drawn to Pisces, both authentically because of the aura and the power and the true beauty that they have and the kindness, but also what they represent, which is, the better days ahead and where they too would like to get to. But Pisces probably cannot expect that this person's going to be able to give to them equally. But as long as Pisces is like, look, I'm in a place of real acceptance. If this person is possibly only going to be in my life for a period of time while they're still healing, even though I can tell that they want me, Maybe they're not going to be able to stay. Maybe they're not going to have all of the self-confidence built up yet, but they're going to build a piece of their confidence while they're around me. And hey, if I want to go ahead and have fun with them, explore with them, date them for a bit, love them, or just acknowledge, I know this isn't me. If this person doesn't stick around, it's not because of me. It's not because I'm somehow not enough. Pisces is at this point in their life where they understand that people cross our paths, sometimes because it's who we need to meet, and sometimes it's because we're the ones that they need to meet on their journey. And Pisces just kind of like so aware of this. That is an amazing place to be, and I think it's going to make a big difference in how Pisces handles this. Action of Swords is upright on their side. That energy of swift, impulsive action, communication. I do feel like they want to be around Pisces very suddenly, and it may be because on this healing journey, you know, we sometimes when you get to a point where it's like things are mostly healed, but then you have like that moment of like a quiver where you're like, oh my God, what I've been through was so difficult. This healing journey has been so difficult. And you almost wobble for a second. I feel like they're going to have a wobble where everything seems overwhelming. That might be the moment that they meet Pisces and just try to like really like latch on to Pisces, because they're going to suddenly need help. And they see the strength and the beauty and the grace of Pisces. Again, I see Pisces as this incredible Queen of Wands. But as fast as they come in and maybe get support from Pisces, they may not stay very long. That is possible that they're going to come in and then leave again, but I don't think they're ever going to forget Pisces. I think this is just like Eight of Pentacles. Their time with Pisces is going to last. What I mean is they may not stick around initially, but the impact Pisces makes on them is going to be something that they chew on for a long time. It's going to be, because even here, it's like, I know that I can't stay. I know Pisces probably wouldn't even let me stay when I'm not fully healed, but I need this Pisces right now. I need you to love me, support me. Oh God, I'm hearing Willie Nelson, help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong, and I ain't trying to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow, because tonight I need a friend. It feels a little like that. But this doesn't mean nothing. This isn't somebody who's just there as a taker either. Yes, they do need something from Pisces, or they needed. This could have all already happened. Pisces could just be reflecting on this and understanding all of this from this perspective. But however this played out, the impact Pisces has made in their life is massive and is, long lasting. There's a, extrapolation of that encounter that is still impacting them in a really positive way. And also for Pisces, if Pisces gave somebody some of their attention, some of their support, some of their loving, whatever energy they shared, I think Pisces earned some really good karmic brownie points because they actually helped somebody in their hour of need to believe in better days and then get themselves, kind of like on track. They learned a bunch from Pisces, and they have continued to let that lesson like seep into their soul a little bit, and it is making them a better person. If Pisces didn't know it, this says that Pisces has had a massive impact in making their life better. We have the sun, and that sun upright. It's so bright. It's so beautiful. If this is one of those situations where Pisces and this person, lovers, see, that's what I was going to say all this time. I keep feeling like this won't be the last that Pisces sees of this person, but the day that they do return into Pisces world, it will be when they are so much more whole. Now, maybe it's going to be a whole new person. We can't actually see the person's face, right? But all I can say is Pisces got some seriously good karmic brownie points out of this experience because they helped another person. I think it's going to be very clear. There could be a Gemini or a Leo that comes into Pisces' life, but it could be this individual. They came across as a lot of fiery energy, so that could definitely be them that comes back around later on. But the big message here is the energy Pisces shared with another person actually really helped them. That's what this is saying. So well worth it to know that, you know, something that we shared with another person was a benefit to them. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.